I'm delighted and honoured to be joined today by journalist and author Ayçe Bükülmeyen as we celebrate International Women's Day and mark 100 years since the British Parliament passed the Representation of the People Act. That act allowed the first women and all men to vote for the first time and hence paved the way for the universal suffrage that we enjoy today in the United Kingdom. Here at the British Embassy we are marking this important ceremony and remembering the heroic struggle of the suffragettes and the activists who came before us and secured our political rights. Today, Ayçe Hanım told us a fascinating story based on the research she's currently doing on the British journalist and suffragette Grace Ellison. Grace had a very strong connection with Turkey and witnessed the start of the women's movement here. Ayçe, what inspired you to do this research? And what impact did the suffragette movement have here in Turkey?
Grace Ellison was a suffragette, but her difference was because of her courage, determination and intellectual curiosity that took her beyond the borders. Grace Ellison has a unique position as an English journalist, researcher and peace activist woman who has different interactions with Turkey. This makes Grace Ellison so special about intercultural dialogue and bridging those different cultures. She was an exceptional suffragette at her time, as she made cross-cultural comparisons and challenged Orientalist stereotypes by establishing close contacts with several Turkish women. Grace Ellison often pointed out to the prejudices, errors, false opinions and biases about Turkish culture. She was a great supporter of Turkish women and women's rights movements in Turkey. She has a strong belief and trust to Turkish women. She has been a great supporter of Turkish women writers as well. She was a peace activist who was very brave to travel beyond the nationalist lines during the independence war for the sake of peace. The importance of Grace Ellison and her works for Turkey, that she helps us understand that period better with her writing. She sheds light on women's rights and women movements and the way they start here in Turkey. She brings so much insights about the changes and the human rights activities took place at that time, because mostly we think that human rights activism or women rights issues, all these issues are a recent phenomenon. But at the beginning of the century, there was so much happening, particularly about women's rights. Grace Ellison was one of the crucial actors of these movements and influenced Turkish women she met in a best way possible. I'd like to salute this courageous, fearless and great supporter of Turkish women with a huge level of admiration and respect. And as a female journalist, I am particularly passionate about being able to bridge on the intercultural dialogue and bridges between Turkish and British women, as Grace Ellison did 100 years ago.
Ayçe Hanım, can I also salute and thank you for sharing your fascinating research with us today.
Thank you very much.